bit concerned of who just followed me on the Discord. But yeah, okay, sorry. Let's focus back on the SCP stuff, shall we? So, okay. The author of the next SCP is called Wei Zong. I'm trying to see which one was the most recent one I read from theirs, because it's one of those like lists that kind of like jump around all over the place. But I believe, I believe the most recent one we read was actually exactly 100 SCPs ago. The Imperial Army. Yeah, that's the one with like the Terracotta Army that, like, you know, are protecting something, which is a very good one. I like that one a lot. I remember like it got a bit of a flack on stream, I believe, but I think that's a good one. So Wei Song wrote Cross-Dimensional Barbershop. All right. Cross-Dimensional Barbershop. There's a couple Martian color and dog stuff here, which I think it's only. Yeah, that's only that doesn't need anywhere important. Did Howard tell me which tales I need to actually focus on, or did he just not? Because he said like relevant tales, a football one, and the test log at the end. No idea what that means. But yeah, let's just start. Cross-dimensional barbershop. Here we go. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-2201 is stored in a standard safe class anomalous item containment locker located at Site 118 Gamma Wing. Researchers wishing to test the item should submit a request form to Dr. Luff, the current head of Site 118's Gamma Wing. All researchers testing SCP-2201 should take note of the current schedule of testing to ensure that a month has passed since the last test. Original photo taken of -1 using a delayed timer. Let me get rid of this. Looking dapper, my man. Looking dapper. Also, I need to text somebody real quick. Here we go. Alright. Texting done. Description: SCP-2201 is a tin coin roughly 3 centimeters in diameter. The testing should take note of the current schedule of testing has passed since the last test. Okay, just want to make sure I read that. Observer is stamped with a pair of hairstyling scissors and a straight razor cross against each other. The reverse features a stylized inscription that states La Barberia, along with a line of text that reads, "For the best in the world and beyond." When any male is holding the coin in his hand and firmly states the words, "I could really use a haircut," the individual immediately disappears and reappears within -1. -1 is an anomalous building resembling a 1930s barbershop. The location of the barbershop is currently unknown, as all attempts at tracking it have failed. -1 is currently only reachable through the use of SCP-2201. The actual door in -1 does not open, and -2 has requested that individuals not try to open it. -2 is a humanoid entity that refers to itself as Giuseppe. -2 states that it is its owner. It is the owner and only barber of -1. Once an individual enters -1, -2 will always be found rearranging tools on its table, but will immediately turn and ask the individual what they would like. -2 speaks the language that the subject is most comfortable speaking in, regardless of the language. -2 possesses a thick Sicilian accent, but is capable of fluently speaking any language tested. -1 is generally polite and courteous, though it will often brush off questions regarding the location of -1 or a question that it deems to be too intrusive. Yeah, of course. That's always the case, isn't it? Dash 2 is capable of fulfilling any requests made to it that are in line with the functions of a mundane barbershop, along with more antiquated functions of barbershop, such as teeth removal or surgery. I don't think that's supposed to happen in a barbershop. Dash 2 has been known to perform any requested functions extremely well. In one instance, Dash 2 was able to shave D28091's facial hair to within 5 micrometers of the requested length for the shave. Professional dude. When the requested operation has been carried out, Dash 2 will thank the subject for coming and will snap its fingers, causing the subject to be returned to the location where the originally used SCP-2201. Female subjects cannot use SCP-2201. When questioned as to why it only accepts males, Dash 2 scoffs and refuses to answer the question. In addition, any individual attempts to use SCP-2201 before 30 days have passed since its last use, the subject will hear the voice of Dash 2 in their mind stating, "It's not that time yet." So okay, it has a cooldown time. It's like, hey, no, I just cut your hair like 10 days ago. You don't need another haircut. You're good. You need to wait. And you're like, man, okay, sure. I was thinking like maybe we can like touch up a little bit more. SCP-2201 was discovered on the 12th, 2nd, 1882 during a raid of Marshall Cotton Dog Warehouse. Why am I not surprised that Marshall Cotton Dog have this one? The idea that they have a coin that just allows them to just teleport somewhere and get a haircut for free. Of course. Because Martian Cotton Dog is all about like weird high society kind of stuff, you know? Most of the SCPs that they create are either very messed up, but they somehow like are meant for like, you know, the higher ups in people, like the high class people. Even the silver platter that makes you eat human beings, I would say that's like for the high class people. The elites. SCP-2201 was promised as an item that would give perfect grooming for the esteemed gentleman. Yeah, see, that's what, okay. During the first activation of SCP-2201, Dash 2 was known to appear identical to the modern day activation of SCP-2201. As known to appear identical to the modern day activation of 2201. As we know that Dash 1 itself resembled a 19th century barbershop as opposed to its modern appearance. Interview log A. The following interview was completed by Agent Ethan Lang in an attempt to acquire more information about SCP-2201. Well, good luck. He's been very adamant about giving you information. Morning, Giuseppe. Welcome, Ethan. What will it be today? Just the usual. Give me a clean shave today. I've got some time. I want him very clean. Of course. You know how I run this shop, Ethan. You won't be disappointed. Do you mind if I ask you some questions while you're doing your work? I don't think so. What is on your mind? I will not do a Sicilian accent because I cannot do it. What exactly is this place? It's a barbershop. Is that not obvious? You come here long enough to know that much, I would hope. Dash 2 chuckles. Yes, but where are we? Is this on Earth somewhere? Seems uncomfortable answering. In a way, I suppose. Do you have any other questions? In a way, I suppose. Do you have any other questions? Yeah. How long have you been a barber for and why? Since I was a little boy. My father taught me the trade and how to run the business. How to cut hair, shave beard, style hair, trim tentacles, wax Popovsky, you know. His father taught it to him, his father taught it to him, and so on. I'm a barber because it's what I can do. So why has this place not changed? It seems like this place used to change to fit the times quite often. People just don't go to barbershops like they used to. What's with all these new saloons? Tentaclips? Do people appreciate a classic barbershop anymore? I keep the spirits alive. I see. Did you ever have other barbers here? Yeah, once, yes. There used to be a lot of barbers here, doing all sorts of work. Now it's just me, catering to those who can still find the coins. Aside from Senior Dark, Senior Wondertainment, and some of the others, there aren't many regulars from where you are. And here we have Mr. Dark. Yeah, I don't think. I think I read this one already because this. Yeah, I think I read this, the Mr. Dog one, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Yeah, because like we read this, and I believe it would just bring me back here, right, where I just was. No, it would read me here, but I could have sworn. Maybe. Or maybe I'm wrong. I mean, it's very short. We can read it. And this is Dr. One Entertainment. Well, if only Howard was here to tell me if this is relevant or not, I don't know. Well, let's finish reading it. And some of the others. There aren't many regulars from where you are. Signora One Entertainment. Oh, Signora. Okay, we have not read that. Okay. It's a favor to her father. I know him quite well. And I had to give him a favor somehow. And it looks like we're done here. Thank you for coming, Ethan. It was good talking to you. What the fuck? The motherfucker is fast! He quick with it. He do be quick with it. Okay, let's see what person of interest, Mr. Dog. I really do not remember if we read this or not. Let me just double check with this. Actually, what does it say here? Person familiar with the report on should be aware that this is not intimate. Okay, let me just read. Person of interest file D0012, name Mr. Dog, known as the dog is reported to use many different first names, but apparently never attempts to completely conceal his identity. Reports vary, usually say to be Caucasian, male, apparently in his mid-60s, approximately 168 centimeters, 5'6", and 80 kilograms, 180 pounds, gray hair. By the way, I do realize that it said Signora One Entertainment, a favor of the father. So, Dr. One Entertainment has a daughter, from the sounds of it. Date of birth, if known, no document information available. Rates for interest reported to be the senior partner of a group of interest, Marshall, Carl, and Dog, and to be the primary source for anonymous items. Rules of engagement. Sightings and other noted activity to be reported via Protocol 12. If you are not clear for Protocol 12, report any information to your direct superior and take no further action. I wish there was a way for me to see if, like, what other, you know, SCPs are connected to this tale. Just to see if I already, by chance, read this or not. Because right now I have no idea. Foundation personnel should be aware that unlike most persons of interest, the nature and the existence of Mr. Dog are in dispute. Reports of Mr. Dog, generally as a creator purveyor of anomalous items, have existed for over 500 years. Seeing notes from Royal Society from the investigation of the paranormal were reports prior to 1918. However, no confirmed evidence that such a person exists as a unique individual is available. The following theories are given relatively equal credence. Dog is a unique individual who has presumably used anomalous means to extend his life. I remember this part. Long-lived non-human entity. I must have read this. Ain't no way I did not. Let me look at this again, because I wonder if there's like something I missed. This just leads back to that I was just already clicked on. We have the great library. We got this. And that, yeah, serpent's hand. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing here indicating that we did. I guess we did not read it, but it sounds like we did. Or at least I thought I did. Oh well, yeah, let's just keep reading then. Dog, stop Dog is a long-lived, non-human entity of undetermined nature. Dog refers to a family long involved with anomalies. Most reports are in fact of activities of various descendants of an original Mr. Dog. Dog is not a family name at all, but a title given to various unrelated people. Dog is a pseudonym used over many years by different individuals. Dog is a fictitious individual to whom others attribute otherwise unexplained anomalous items and activities. So these are like all the theories. Personnel familiar with the report on SCP-1716, which contains first-hand accounts of an anomalous item created under the direction of a Mr. Dog, should be aware that this is not independent evidence. All we know for certain is that some individual called himself Mr. Dog while engaging in a certain anomalous activity. And 1716 does talk about like prolonging the Marshall Collin Dog people's life. We have Beatrice here. Is that? Yeah. So it's nothing new. The idea. Congrats on the milestone. Hey, thank you, Howard. I'm so glad you're here because I just finished reading 2201, and of course I see Senior Dog and Senior Entertainment. I clicked on it. I know you didn't say anything about them in Discord, so I assume they're not connected tales. But I just started reading the Mr. Dog one just because I was like, oh, it's pretty short. What do you say? But yeah, thank you. Thanks for your congratulations to me with the milestone. Another 100 we got done. The following document is an excerpt from the lives of the famous alchemists obtained from a contact with alleged access to the great library of the. They're just introductory stuff for those characters. Gotcha. Well, if that's the case, I'm just gonna read the dark ones since I already started, and then the Signora Entertainment will leave that for another time. Yeah. The following document is an excerpt of the lives of the Great Library of Ways. No independent confirmation has been found that this book is accurate or even exists. Although it may appear to be detailed reference, we consider it a curiosity and give it a little credence. Researcher has noted a number of doubtful statements. Julam de Arc, circa 1403, aka William Dog, Benjamin Phineas Dog, Joan Dog, best known as a collector/dealer/auctioneer of the rare and curious, has made significant contribution to the science of alchemy, most notably in the field of life extension, as we mentioned before with 1716. Jolam de Arc, or Dog, was born circa 1403 in the village of Domremy, Lorraine, the illegitimate eldest son of Jacques de Arc and an unknown mother. No historical evidence of such a person exists. An unusually intelligent child, Jolam was sent to be educated for the priesthood, but failed to complete his studies due to an ill-suited character. Little else is recorded of his life until 1429, when he is known to have been present at the siege of Orleans with his half-sister Jeanne d'Arc. Okay, I see. So Jeanne d'Arc is now SCP Foundation lore involved as well. Although not known to have made any significant military contribution, his family connection allowed him to make the acquaintance of one of the marshals of France, Gilles de Rais, with whom he discovered he had a shared interest in alchemy. A series of experiments took place, ending suddenly when the Ark fled the area and reappeared in London. It is unclear whether the Ark had just become aware of the murders for which the Rais is now best known and disapproved, or if he was a collaborator who thought it was best to escape before the activities became public knowledge. In any event, the Ark was safely away when the Rais was captured and executed in 1440. Footnote says, extensive records of the Rais trial exist with no mention of the Ark. And anglicizing his name to William Dog, he soon set up shop in London as a dealer in unusual objects, a euphemism for alchemical and magical supplies. Apparently, an alchemist of some skill, a document exists proclaiming him consulting alchemist to the royal family in 1455. There's no evidence that this position ever existed. However, his pursuit of a method of life extension met with little success until the late 1460s, when he met a fellow experimenter known only as Beatrice, who claimed to be over 200 years old. Dash A claims to have never heard of Mr. Dog, nor to have shared Dash C with anyone. Isn't Beatrice the witch? No, there's not. There's 2 witches. There's 3, if not if not even more. But yeah, while it is not known precisely what he obtained, it is clear that he found some method to stop or near stop aging. Despite the obvious value of such a method, for unknown reasons, Doc has always declined to share it. Data expunged. Doc consistently maintained his business in London, taking on a number of different first names, and apparently passing the firm onto a descendant when his lack of aging might attract unwanted attention. Eventually, Doc was determined to keep a lower public profile, and in 1871 founded a private club, Marshall, Carter and Doc, and with 3 partners. The intention was for Marshall and Carter to be the public face of the club, interacting with members, while Doc and researched and procured unusual items and experiences for club members. Doc soon had a falling out with, and the club was known as Marshall, Carter and Doc as of 1876. Where's Vinwan? Why is Vinwan never here when we deep dive into Marshall, Carter and Doc stuff? Seldom seen, rumors that Doc was deceased began to circulate, and no effort was made to discourage them. At some unknown point prior to 1900, Doc gained access to the extra-dimensional space known as the Ways, and became a regular visitor to the Great Library. I think we read that as well with 1716. Although generally disliked by other patrons, Doc has always been careful to follow the rules of the library and has never been refused access. Rumors of some influence with the head librarian has never been confirmed or disproven. Desiring to spend more time in the Ways, Doc gained ownership of the former and converted it to what is generally known as Doc's Museum, to the few who are aware of it. Although accessible through the Ways, the museum has been rendered private through the addition of both mundane and anomalous security measures. A visitor claims to have seen an extensive collection of unusual items, as well as research facility for the creation and study of new and newly discovered artifacts. Marshall, Carter and Doc primarily exist as a means to dispose of items that Doc does not wish to keep for his private collection. Little is known of Doc's recent research, although an extensive visit to New York City is documented in 1942, apparently for the purpose of developing a technological, as opposed to alchemical, means of life extension. Doc is presumed to primarily reside in the Ways and is seldom seen elsewhere. Most recently, he is rumored to have been at least indirectly involved in major 2012 assault on Site 17, a secret facility maintained by the SCP Foundation with the intent of gaining control of one or more anomalous items or individuals. As a to note, this tale is not site-wide canon. It is part of this project, which you are welcome to contribute to. It's also not a model person. Okay. Interesting. So, gotcha. Okay. Well, like I said, it makes sense that this is a Marshall, Carter and Doc SCP, because, like, as I mentioned before, they really like just creating high society anomalies that always seem a bit odd, and some have very dark twists to themselves. But it seems to be always beneficial for, like, you know, a luxury to have. Yeah, it just sounds like that's what they usually aim for with their anomalies.